Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video, and this is just a screen grab that I took from a video. This is one of Janet Fritz's layouts, and I was in love. Super out of the box for me, but this is for a Secret Not Secret Kit Club party weekend in which she set this challenge to do a mixed media layout, and she kind of set it up so that if you're not really huge on doing full mixed media backgrounds or that's scary, she kind of came up with a solution where you can do mixed media but then use it as embellishment instead of as a main part of your page, as far as like doing an entire background. So I didn't really want to show the process of me making these because I kind of feel like that's a perk of being a part of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, is learning these techniques and everything. So I didn't really want to just show you how to do it, but I did go ahead and follow what we did in that video. And then I decided to take what I made and cut them into a whole bunch of circles, because at the end of that video Janet had showed us a couple layouts she made in which we could use the technique that we learned. And like you saw in the beginning of this page, that one pink and purple mixed media layout that she did, I loved it. She basically took her mixed media, cut it into a whole bunch of circles, and created this like bubbly column down her page, which her photo was in the middle of. So I wanted to create something similar. I have two photos here from Billy's 9th birthday, which was this past, 2020. I keep forgetting it's 2021 when this video is going up. I'm filming it in 2020. But yeah, I wanted to document it, and there's a lot of bright greens in here, so I thought it'd be a good chance to maybe do some mixed media. Sometimes I'm scared to do mixed media because I just don't think I can get it to really match my products, and then I'll have a harder time layering and embellishing afterwards. But the way this layout is composed, I really didn't need any of that because the mixed media itself is the statement, and there's not much you really have to do other than that. So just to make sure my column of bubbles is even, I did just mask off some of my page with some black pieces of scrap paper, and this is just making sure that as I'm lining up all of these circles, they're staying in line. That way when I take off these black scraps at the end, it really has a cool uniform look, and that's what I was going for. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want all of these to go. I definitely want them to be pretty compact. I'm layering some of them up. I want a couple gaps because, similar to what Janet did in hers, she kind of used sequins and some smaller circular embellishment to fill in those little gaps. So I'm just trying to cover up and use a lot of my favorite mixed media pieces that I made to create this look, while at the same time kind of creating a balance of things that I can fill in later with smaller stuff. But this is pretty much most of this layout is just me trying to figure out where I want all of these circles, just trying to space out the bigger ones and find kind of ones that are different colors. Like if I have a really dark blue one, maybe layering a bright green one on top of that, just so there's some contrast. But I had so much fun. I always have so much fun doing mixed media, and I just don't do it enough. So this technique that she showed us was a really good way for me to get to make something like this, which is totally out of my wheelhouse. I really feel like I'm channeling Inky Quill here, who also is like a queen at mixed media as well. But yeah, so the biggest part was making these circles and actually doing the mixed media, which I couldn't really show you, but it was cool. It was a lot of fun to do, and I'm just so pleased with the end result because it's so out of my wheelhouse. So I love trying like those kind of new things to kind of get me out of when I start doing things that are super similar over and over again. And I really thought that this is the last layout for the Baby Got Scraps month-long hop. And this is the only layout all month where I'm actually not using a small paper pad. So all month long I've been trying to burn through my 6x6s and my 6x8s. I think I've done a really good job. Wait for the last day of this month and I will show you, we'll do the How to Kill a Kit with Style layout share, where I'll show you everything I've made this month with all of these small paper pads and scraps, and then everything I have left over. But for this final one, I thought it would be fun to do something like this. You can use the same concept for your scraps and for your small paper pads. Just cut a bunch of circles out of the pieces you have left and layer them up like this. You could definitely use it that way, which is why I decided to go ahead and include it this month. With the Baby Got Scraps, because you can definitely do this with scraps. So yeah, just still layering and layering and layering. I did a different mixed media on different parts of this page that I cut all the circles from. So I'm just trying to make sure there's a good mix of circles that look different so they're not all blending together. But yeah, I feel like I need Jeopardy music or something while I'm waiting for all these circles to get stuck down. But these photos, I thought they were so cute of Billy. Whenever he turns another year older, I always have to get a picture of him. So we went in the backyard for a little photo shoot. And he was just such a good little model. I couldn't pick between these two photos, so I just decided to use both of them. But yeah, he's such a sweet boy. He's laying next to me right now. But I'm pretty happy with how those circles look. So now I'm going in with my sequins, and I'm just trying to fill in all these emptier gaps with sequins. I tried this like 3 separate times. Like using sequins, I don't know why it's such a struggle for me. I love how they look, and I love when I get to use them. But I just can't make them look cute like other people can. So you'll see me dump these sequins off 2 or 3 times before I'm actually happy with it. But what I end up doing is taking a hole puncher and punching some more holes out of the mixed media paper that I created and mixing and matching those with the sequins, so that it was a little bit more interesting than just having sequins filling up all these spots by themselves. But you can kind of see what I'm going for. There's some shimmer in some of these mixed media circles, so I really like the addition of these sequins because it adds a little bit more shimmer. And they're also like the perfect color scheme. There's these kind of bluey green that kind of remind me of mermaid sequins. But obviously my mixed media is blue and green, so I thought they were perfect. So, yeah. I am unmasking the masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece, I'm kidding. But you can kind of see how once that's removed and you can see the whole page, I think it looks so cool how you have this concentrated column of these mixed media circles. So that was one dump of the sequins. I'm going to go ahead and glue down my photo, and then now that I have all the big circles down, now I can kind of play around with the sequins again to try and figure out what I want. I tried sprinkling the sequins on my page to do a random sequin look, and that didn't work, so I dumped them again. I decided to go ahead and trim up my page since I'm happy with where the circles are, but here you can see once again going in and trying to figure out where my sequins are going to go. But this is where I decided to take my hole punch and just punch a whole bunch of other smaller circles out of the mixed media itself. And that's what kind of helped me get me out of my jam, is when I did that, because then I feel like the sequins clustered in all these areas were almost too much sequins, but mixing them with these other mixed media hole punch bits kind of helped break it up a little bit. So now I have all those little circles, and I'm going to mix those in with my sequins. I have some green flat sequins that were in that sequin mix, but I decided to just use the shinier blue ones. So that's kind of where I ended up. But going in again, I think this is the 3rd or 4th try getting these sequins on here. And I think I might just skip forward in a minute to when they are done. And ta-da, they are all on the page again, and now they are glued down, so I'm not going to dump them again. They're done. They're on there. I just glued them down with my Tombow Mono Multi, and now I'm going for my title. I decided I thought it would be cool to add some black pops. There were some black pops in Janet's layout, so I really thought that would be a fun, bold way to accentuate this color. So I'm just going to title this 9-year with these Root Beer Float black thickers, and then same with what Janet did. I really like how she used the black word phrases on her layout, so I'm going to go in and do the same thing with mine. I'm going to pop a couple on top and bottom of the photo in and amongst these bubbles, and I think those look super cool too. Those have been in my stash for a while as well, and I just forget about them, so I was really happy I also was inspired to kind of drag those out too. But yeah, getting those on there. They just say, be you bravely, love you with all your heart, or love with all your heart, go where your heart takes you. There's beauty and simplicity, wishing you all you're wishing for, and make a wish. So I thought they were all kind of appropriate for a birthday. And then I felt like I was done, but it looked too empty. Like, I'm just not used to this much blank space and having this much white showing. And I don't usually use white as a background anyway, so it's kind of tripping me up. So what I decided to do was just do sketchy lines around the entire outside, and I really feel like that helps bring the page together. It adds some black out there, but I feel like it helps contain everything and finish it off. So here are the close-ups. I know this is super different for me, but it was so much fun. So I hope you guys had fun with the Baby Got Scraps hop, and again, I will have the layout share soon. Bye.